Which gets me to
what?
Climate Change Crisis Real Impact One Acquisition Corporation.
How did it get to that? What was the segue?
I don't know. It's a segue because we're talking, I'm thinking Ford. I'm thinking EV. I was also thinking GM in that move. And when I think EV now, I think EVgo. And then I think of the Climate Change Crisis Real Impact Fund. Why wouldn't I? Which announced the deal this morning to merge with EVgo, which was 100% owned by LS Power. They're all rolling in, by the way, existing shareholders. Let's give you a quick look at what we're talking about. $2.1 billion enterprise value. They also have a $400 million pipe. BlackRock, Neuberger, PIMCO, which is actually part of the sponsor here as well, expect to close it in the second quarter of this year.
Wow.
But, Jim, it's already doubled. It's already doubled from, well, sorry, you saw what it was up.
I know.
But what that basically means is you're talking about an enterprise value now of closer to $5 billion. Let's call it, about $5 billion. So that is over 8 times 2025 revenue guidance. It's about a 5.6 time multiple on 2026 revenue guidance. And I'm told that is in line with SBE ChargePoint, which trades at about 8 similar multiples.
Yeah, that is.
They're talking about being free cash flow positive in 2026. And obviously, they're going to use this money to continue to expand the network of fast charging sites around the country. They've already got, I think it's 1,412.
But David,
here.
don't you think it's amazing? David Crane, who's my classmate at law school.
Yes, David Crane, formerly of NRG.
He got fired from NRG.
Right.
And one of the reasons why he got fired is that I think he wanted to have a fossil fuel company that was going to be a clean energy company. He was too early. Now he would be revered. NRG, obviously, we don't have a picture of that chart. We might.
Yeah, I took a look at it.
When he was fired versus what happened after, because it was one of the great performers ever. And yet, all Crane wanted to do was make it so there were charging stations. And I had him on repeatedly about charging stations because I thought it was just the way of the future. But the utilities, David, are slow to embrace, not as slow as the oil companies.
Right.
The oil companies are still saying, hey, listen, man, we got 30 more years, blah, blah. 2016. We need to see 2016 on that chart. 2015, 2016. We'll see.
No, that's only 1 year.
We can't call up at 20.
But there is energy. Listen, all of this is based on the idea of EV growth of, they're talking 24% a year, CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So that would be almost 100 times expected between 2019 and 2040. In terms of the market. So the market will be 100 times larger in 2040 than it was in 2019.
That's possible.
And you're going to need an awful lot of charging stations, David, if those growth numbers are anywhere near correct.
EV's 3% right now.
Right.
Why can't EV go to 20%? The countries are going to outlaw
next 20
fossil
years,
fuels.
It potentially could.
But people keep buying Exxon. They're buying Schlumberger. Schlumberger had a good quarter because they're taking a classic short-term view of what's going on with energy. Yeah,
but do you know how much money has moved into SPACs and then been capital available for all of these companies that are pursuing these opportunities in terms of the growth of EV? I mean, it's been many, many, many billions of dollars.
I don't know what to do.
Which is, by the way, you could argue a very positive thing in terms of SPACs because the money's gone in there. You're bringing companies public that are fairly early in their development stage. You're giving investors an opportunity to own them earlier, as opposed to so many of these great growth companies we saw stay private for such a long period of time because they had such access to private capital.
Well, this is a good discussion because the Murray men, Carl, have actually given a lot. I'm speaking about all the people, this new young cohort. They love an offering. And why do they like a stock offering? Because they then give the money to the company that then can dream dreams. Yes, everybody wants to be the next Tesla, Carl, because Tesla's the greatest story ever told.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.